Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac Repentance, where today, gonna do a hard mode run as our favorite character in the game, Samson! I haven't decided what I'm gonna do yet. All I know is I'm gonna run into this curse room, get this chest for free, get some soul hearts, 4 of them, 1 of them, still pretty good, and deal a little bit of extra damage with our bloody lust item, or whatever it is called these days, the one that makes me do more damage when I take the damage. And with that, let's see how quickly we can clear this burning basement. I still have this idea that I can clear it in 1 minute with any character I so desire, but you really are quite slow at the start of a run, huh? Especially if you go into every wrong room like that, but one day we'll get to that when we get to that. I suppose it is about time to start going to Mother again as well, but it kind of depends on what the build is going to give today, I suppose. Still got plenty of things to do, but now that we have that Holy Mantle unlocked for Lost, I feel a little bit safer. I feel even safer now with the wafer as well. So all in all, we have a bright future ahead of us, but we're not going to beat this floor in under 1 minute, unfortunately. That will be the one thing that this run will not do. And I will no longer set my sights upon it. Tempted to destroy all these poops, because it is quite a lot of them, and probably get like luck up or something from it. But who knows? Maybe we'll just get 1 coin instead and just call it a day. I'm guessing my secret room is also in that room though, so I might go back for that. But for now, let's just have a good day. We have a wafer to start with, so it's going to be somewhat of a slow run probably, but one that will undoubtedly make it pretty far. The wafer is a pretty good way to survive for long periods of time. And if you can get something like that, and 2 luck up pills just randomly, then things are looking pretty bright, depending on what other things you can find, of course. There is a card available for 5 coins, which I'm somewhat tempted by, because it's red. I really wish I didn't spend that bomb now. Well, maybe we can get a bomb from Gemini, and if not, then that is just a really unfortunate way to start this run, I suppose. I'm still pretty happy with the wafer, though. But being able to get that soul heart and the 4 bombs waiting for us over there would be pretty nice. I'm guessing my super secret room is over there as well. But let's see if Gemini feels gracious in terms of giving me specifically what I want today. If I can just sort of knock him into the corner like this, then we should be okay. Somehow he was moving further and further away as time went on, so I can appreciate that, but that's pretty much all the floor I can explore unless I get a bomb here. Oh, it's a chest. Nope, specifically 2 things that are not bombs, unfortunately. I don't recall there being a bomb on sale either, or a hangman card or something like that. No, there was a bomb on sale. Never mind. I spoke lies and, in fact, found joy. After all, let's just blow it up like this. And let's also just go into our super secret room. So it never hurts to recheck your shops just in case you missed something, and that is the reason why. Not sure if I should have taken those hearts, because they will, even with the wafer, disappear the moment I take even 1 hit of damage, I do believe. But hopefully the flies that we are going to end up spawning from those rotten hearts are going to be pretty good. I mean, whatever this is pretty great. It's even more flies, which I can appreciate. We're probably going to get a devil deal if I don't immediately go into the curse room. Or if we just don't get enemies, I suppose it's also a pretty good deal, but that one's somewhat unlikely, I suppose. It is kind of worthwhile to blow that up, but I'm going to see if I can get flight for my devil deal so I don't have to blow up anything there. We get a bunch of spiders as well. I don't recall spider spawning. I do recall enemies being upside down and in the reflection though, so I do need to be somewhat wary of that. But overall, an acceptable place to be. The rotten baby is clearing out most of everything here, so I can also very much appreciate that. But I don't fully recall where these spiders came from. I'm not sure if they can come from the rotten hearts as well. Because, truth be told, I never really looked into what they did. I just knew they spawned flies, and I thought, well, that's pretty good. Because flies are just a decent amount of extra damage to deal after all. But if they could spawn spiders as well, that's pretty great, because spiders deal even more damage than flies. They're a little bit less controllable, I suppose, but they do hurt a lot. It is worthwhile to have them. But look at that, we are just about to fight our boss here. I think I know where the secret room is as well, or at least there's 2 places where it could be. And I genuinely haven't fought this boss in quite a while. So if I get hit by anything here, then no, because it's because of my own negligence. I don't know, just haven't done this path in a bit. Haven't really practiced it either, so hopefully it's not going to be too bad. At least the second phase of this boss, I'd say, is probably a little bit easier. Especially since that fly that clearly went through me didn't hit me there, so that's good, I guess. We got some tears up, which is pretty good. We can get Guppy's collar, which is not too bad. Yeah, let's go for that. Ultimately, it is possibly a free revive if you're lucky, possibly infinite free revives if you're very lucky, but it can be very good as part of the Guppy transformation as well, so definitely plenty of choices. I feel good about this. Yeah, there you go. The room spoke to me in a way that I couldn't explain. I have 1 key, and I'm not sure if I want to go to the shop with this. I do know that I just lost that 1 soul heart there, so let's see how my red hearts start to disappear as I start doing this. Unfortunately, there was no good things in that chest right there. No soul hearts, unfortunately. But I will bomb this in the hopes that I can get something good out of it. I will also visit my shop because I'll have 10 bombs. We have a devil card, which might end up being useful. And there is a soul heart over here as well. If you drop 5 coins, I'm going to buy... Oh, that only gives you 3 coins as well. I actually thought it did give you 5. That's a little unfortunate for sure. I guess I'll just take the soul heart then, but I don't like it. I don't feel too pleased about that. I know there was still 1 coin in there, and possibly there was a way to get that gray chest or something like that. There is still a super secret room on the floor as well, but genuinely I have no idea where it is. I mean, theoretically it could be here. Alright, yeah, sure. Also, apparently I need to get this baby to pay out like 5 times as well, and it costs so much money to do that, so this time around we're not going to bother, but eventually perhaps. I can just still buy that piggy bank though, but I feel wronged by the piggy bank, and at this point I just wish to leave instead. Perhaps on the next floor I will spend some money in the old shop there, but for now we have dreams awaiting us. The downpour is here. We can now do a fun little extra thing, which is visiting the curse room without taking damage by becoming the Lost. So that is going to be tempting. There is a tinted rock in that room, which I am aware of. And I will deal with that when we deal with it. But for now, I'm just going to move through this floor. It is kind of tempting to take some damage here on this floor as well. Just so the part where I play as the Lost is going to be a little bit easier as well. Because I will simply be dealing more damage as the Lost also at that point. So it can be rather good. Depending on what the boss is of this floor, I might also visit my boss as the Lost as well. There's some choices to be made here. And there is also a golden key over there, which if there's plenty of locked things might be worthwhile. I suppose there is both the shop and the item room awaiting us right now. So either way, spending 1 bomb on that is probably going to be worthwhile. So I think I'm just going to do that, actually. A golden key is just very nice to have. If we can find some golden chests as well, that would be ideal. Possibly our tinted rock right there as well might contain some good stuff, so plenty of chances to get something good out of this golden key. But for now we're just going to keep on going through this floor. That fly is going to do nothing because my active item slot is entirely empty. But I do hope that somewhere along the line I do find a door that this floor isn't actually infinite, because so far all signs are pointing to an infinite pill. We got an HP down from that, which I don't love. I think it was an HP down because I got a speed up, and I did see something about HP, so I'm going to assume it is. But the speed up is kind of nice, so I can kind of appreciate it, I suppose. I just wish the circumstances were a little different. But that's the downside of experimental pills, I guess. It is not a bad item. I don't know what the other one is, unfortunately, but it is tempting. That's another part of the conjoined transformation, which actually makes it kind of worthwhile as well. Whatever babies we might spawn from this, hopefully they're not going to be too magnetic in the end, but we'll see, I suppose. And if I can find a secret room, actually, I might be able to get a little bit more devil deal chance. I don't think it can be here, but I'm gonna try. Just because I was curious. More likely, I suppose, it could be over here, but I only have one bomb remaining. I kind of want to use it on that tinted rock in the mirror room. So we'll just leave that alone for now. There's a decent chance we can get another tinted rock or another bomb while we're playing as the Lost and are just clearing floors as well, but it's not guaranteed, unfortunately, so we'll just leave that alone for now. There is a key awaiting us, and there is probably a super secret room here as well. Also some enemies bouncing out of the water there, but they will stop bouncing. Plus you can just destroy them as well, but I do believe they keep respawning until you actually fully get rid of them. And here is Wormwood, which is not too bad actually. It is a pretty reliable boss, provided that you practice him at all, which I know, you know, I haven't, but even with the low amount of practice I've had with this boss recently, I don't feel too big of a lack of confidence when it comes to taking this boss down without taking damage. So I might actually try when we are the Lost. Kind of was a little bit close for comfort there. I also just realized I need to actually have 2 bombs to leave this place. So I guess I will leave the tinted rock alone for now. Because otherwise I cannot go to the caves. I'm not sure if I go down the regular path right now that the next door will be to the caves as well. So I'm just not gonna risk it until we find a second one, because why bother? Also, I still need to enter my curse room from the other side, I suppose, but I can do that whenever. And I believe also all the enemies are basically mirrored right now as well when you enter these rooms, in terms of where they actually spawn, because I think in the previous time we were in this room it was in the bottom right. But that's just the way mirrors work, I suppose. Shoop the Whoop is going to make some of these rooms significantly easier as well, because it just destroys everything, so very nice right there. I'm not sure if there was anything I needed to fly to, but I don't think there was. I'll never really love these tiers. I have a difficult time actually seeing the shadows of those tiers in these reflective rooms, unfortunately, but so far we're making it work. Let's just do that. Again, just makes the room a little bit easier. Randomly get a leech from one of these, I guess. That's not bad. If I have predominantly red hearts, then that is going to heal me pretty well if I let it, so definitely not too bothered about that. There is 5 coins in that shopkeeper. There is a knife piece over here. I might use my devil card against the boss, I guess, if we're going to be fighting it anyway. Ooh, boy. Now, as I am the Lost with the Holy Mantle, I can take exactly 1 hit until I leave the room, and then I won't die, so that is hopefully going to work out. There's a rusted key, which I don't particularly need. I could use a rusted bomb, or just a golden bomb, I suppose, would be adequate. Golden bomb would actually be really good right now, because it would really help out with all these blue flames. There could possibly be 1 or 2 soul hearts in there if we're just feeling very lucky today. But, I mean, just 1 bomb I'd also appreciate, if I'm honest. I was kind of hoping for bombs or keys or something like that there as well, but not to be. Let's try this. I never really love doing this because I just never really feel super confident as the Lost, but then you have stuff like that. Devil card plus Shoop the Whoop more or less just takes care of business right there, so not too bad. And provided I don't get hit here, then we are probably entirely okay. And there you go. We did get a soul heart from it at least, so it's not the worst thing, but I really would have liked a bomb. Technically, we can get one from the curse room as well. Again, I'm not sure if there was a bomb in my shop because I just don't look. I just never look. I could check here, I guess, but that's not looking well for the curse room on the other side either, I suppose, because I think usually they're pretty similar. But technically, it could probably drop as a room drop. So technically not all hope is lost, it's just most of it. Yeah, that looks about right. I mean, these enemies aren't really gonna do much, but... Huh? Well, it's not bad, for sure. A Stars card is better than nothing in the end. But it's not quite what I was looking for. Let's see if the shop had a bomb. Because I did have a couple things, and I only bought one of them. And one is a sack with Justice, which does spawn a bomb. So through a larger than hoped for effort, we have managed to find a bomb that we can use to actually enter the cave. So that's kind of nice. I think there was a decent chance that I could have just basically gone down into the depths 1 and gone into... No, that's not how that works. I could have gone into the mines 2. Where are you? Caves 2? Surely it would take you to caves 2 if I went through the regular exit right now. And then from there, I probably wouldn't have the option to go to the mines, right? I don't know how it works. I'm not going to pretend to know how it works. I'm just going to run into a flame and leave this floor instead. We have 9 keys at least, so we can very easily enter our next shop and item room. We have a stars card as well, which can end up being pretty good. I keep repeatedly hitting parts of my microphone with my face. I hope it's not too disturbing. Are you actually kidding me, though? The one time I take an item that I can't see what it is, and it's the best one. Well, what are you gonna do? Never make things too easy, I suppose. Perhaps we can find some way to re-roll our build again. We'll just have to hope for that, unfortunately. Ay. At least we're shooting golden tears occasionally. Also, just not seeing spiders very well. I guess one real downside about marked tears is that it usually pisses me off quite enough that I don't really pay very close attention for a while. And I end up taking large quantities of damage as a result. So I need to kind of just get out of that mindset right there. That is going to heal me. And again, if the face looks like his eyes are crosses, then good. Then it is going to shoot the flames diagonally and otherwise horizontally. So the leech can end up doing a decent amount of work right there. Stars and retrovision. This run is falling apart at the seams, but hopefully we can still make it work. We can technically probably get infinite money like this, provided that the enemy doesn't die. But our buddy in a box is actually being pretty good about actually making us a lot of money on this floor, so that's pretty good. And provided you don't get hit by those tears there when he hits the wall, then usually the bounce plaque plus a little bit of movement is enough to survive there, so that's pretty nice. That is the sharp plug, which isn't the worst with this item, I suppose. Technically not the worst, because it wouldn't cost that much to recharge it, so I guess I could take it. Because I take basically half a heart of damage after clearing a room to charge it again, and then the leech can just heal me again. So it could end up working out. Provided that I remember to actually use the leech. But so far, I don't know. I got a good feeling about it. We do still have the wafer, so the sacrifice room is an option in terms of, well, for one, getting a little bit of extra damage, and for two, possibly getting some angel room items as well. So we'll just get hit here twice and see if we can heal up with the leech. This is not a great room. I did end up healing up a little bit, but I don't love these enemies right here very much. But the leech did end up healing me there. So with that, I think I will just simply take 2 more hits from our sacrifice room here. Chance for a random chest as well. Yep, nothing there unfortunately. There is a half a heart right there, but I'm playing it a little bit safe, I suppose. I could play it a little bit more dangerously with the wafer as well, but I don't feel like it. I also took damage there and lost my devil deal chances pretty much, so not loving that. Surprisingly, I was actually kind of surprised I managed to kill an enemy because I wasn't really aiming for it, but I guess the flies are actually doing a decent amount of damage there as well. And there is a tinted rock there at least, so that's kind of nice, but I kind of need to preserve soul hearts, I think, because I'd like to have them on the next floor instead because I lost that health. I could play the sacrifice room a couple more times And with a couple, I mean a lot more times, and see if we can get something good out of that, I suppose. I should play it at least twice, I think. Just basically be at 1.5 heart and hopefully healing a little bit more. You feel blessed giving me basically nothing more, so fair enough. Red chest. Ended up going to the Devil Deal, which is not terrible actually, especially since we lost our Devil Deal chance there. And Sulfur is tempting actually, but this is also conjoined. How does Brimstone work with marked tiers? I think it is still marked, right? But you just keep shooting over and over when you fully charged? I don't know. I'm going with conjoined. I got a good feeling about conjoined today. I'm feeling lucky. Well, that works too, I suppose. Haven't had that one long enough. It has been a run. Let's just get the 7 troll bomb. I should have just left the room immediately there, I guess. Let's move. Okay, was gonna try to move them around a little bit. Ended up one of them blowing up immediately. Teleport you to the secret room might be useful actually, because we don't have bombs. 7 soul hearts. Nope, lots of money instead. Well, I don't really need anything else from the sacrifice room. We got a pretty decent reward out of all of that, all things considered. I have a lot of money right now, which is also not bad. I do not recall visiting my shop on this floor, actually. And that is a full red heart, that is a lucky penny, so if we can find any way to increase our luck, that would be pretty good. But that buddy in a box has made so much money on this floor. It ended up just continuously turning enemies into gold and just destroying them, so that's been really good. Pretty happy about that. Very usable. We could go into the curse room and then just moon out as well. We don't really have the keys to play this guy, but I'm gonna do it for exactly 1 chest. Ended up kind of being good. We got 5 more bombs out of it, so I'm pretty happy about that. Plus he gave a red heart upon death, so fair enough. I should actually let that leech kill the spider. Thank you. Heal that red heart back up. And the red heart right there as well, but I'm still just going to use that moon card. I think there was a stars card where I picked up the moon card as well. And I don't really want to get more Devil Deal chance on this floor, so I will not be destroying that shopkeeper right there. Where did I get the moon card again? Was it here? I don't know. Let's just go through the entire floor one more time. I want to see my shop at least because I want to spend all this money. Maybe put it in my donation machine or something like that, but either way, use it on something. Yep. Gotta aim the tiers, of course. Otherwise, we're not going to be dealing any damage. I also need to remember that there is actually a soul heart on this floor because I can very easily forget that. This is a little tedious for sure, but I actually don't mind the rotating tiers. It just kind of turns it into a bad tiny planet, which is genuinely better than marked tiers. But at least I could like aim it a little bit. Maybe if I get a little bit more shot speed as well, this becomes a bit more tolerable because the target is just very slow. And I'm struggling a bit to get it in the right place just because it takes so long to even reach anything. So I don't love it. I would also like to have a little bit more health for when we eventually fight Mother as well, because right now our health situation is pretty dire. We did enter our shop, I did see this already, but let's put a couple more coins in here. We are getting pretty far with that, as I have said every single time I've donated coins, so that's pretty good. Genuinely not sure where my super secret room is, but it could be here. Or here, maybe? I don't think it's there, right? Maybe there. Let's try it. Alright. Yeah, no idea. Let's just instead move back to our boss room. Once again, try and remember that there is a soul heart waiting for us in this room right here. And we're fighting Hornfeld, which is fine. He turned into gold immediately and is more or less dead already, so yeah, our damage is pretty good. Ended up dropping 3 bombs, which is not too terrible. We ended up getting a health up from that as well, which is pretty great. So again, in terms of protection and damage, the build is pretty good. It's just that I have to deal with an item I don't like very much. And the thing about that is it's just less fun. It's less fun in it. But we'll make it work. We'll just do this real quick to get rid of some of the skeletons. They're actually all dead. And maybe if I just actually keep playing with it, it'll eventually become good. Because I think it is like a pretty good range up as well. So maybe we should just focus on more of the positive effects of marked tiers rather than be saddened by its negatives. And maybe then we'll just have the best runs. I don't know. Maybe next time I'll just take it. I'll see marked tiers and I'll be like, yeah, that's exactly what this build needs to be finished and ready to fight the big one. You know, the big one. That's a boss in this game. Yeah, I mean, there probably is one called the big one at this point. So, you know, it works. It works for me. Don't worry about it. Let's go fight the boss on this floor, I think. It is Great Gideon. Very good. Love me wave-based bosses when... I genuinely would love every other boss over this right now because of the fact that I basically just have to clear a bunch of rooms without really taking a lot of damage right here, and that concerns me just a little bit. But if we get a particularly difficult wave, I can just brimstone under this, I suppose. So that's not bad. Is there still an enemy alive? No. No, there is not. It's a shame we didn't get a chaos card. I still kind of want to use a chaos card against the Great Gideon to see what that's like, because there is like a crawl space or something underneath him. I'd love to see that one day. But it's such... Like, for one, you need to effectively waste a chaos card to do it. And the chaos card is just so very, very good, provided you hit with it. So it's hard to just do that. We unlock the Ash Pit at least, so that'll be fun one day. There's meat, which is a damage, and a health up, which is pretty good. That is a large quantity of demon beggars. We'll give this one exactly 6 hearts. And if it doesn't work out, I will simply leave. I need to have 2 hearts for this thing as well. Didn't think it would take the soul heart, but apparently it did. That's actually not bad because I only had half a soul heart anyway. And might blow up that one, might blow up this one, might play that one actually. Frequently these blood donation machines have hearts inside them, so it can be worthwhile to do that. And if you could just spawn a couple spiders and the leech could just take care of them and not the flies that I can't stop spawning because of my marked tiers. The health I could potentially get, but I basically the most health I can get is if I don't attack at all, which isn't ideal. Because it means I have to dodge in rooms like this, and there's just a decent chance I'm going to take some damage that I don't want to take. Also, the leech takes a while to kill a particularly strong enemy, unfortunately, which isn't that great either. Well, that works, I suppose. Now I can just chill out and eventually be healed half a red heart. And perhaps find a secret room in here if the thing actually hits it right. Possibly there's some health in here. Really, I'm just going to use the leech a lot. There's lard, which is genuinely, in my current situation, not the worst, but 0.2 speed down is pretty rough. But Lil Monstro, on the other hand, ooh, that's a tough one. It is going to shoot at least as much as it can because it'll just shoot when Mark Tier says it's time, so that's pretty good. Just put that in there. There's nothing really fun in there, unfortunately, but we can once again use our little leech to heal up a little bit more. We can also play this arcade machine once and just get a bunch of money out of it. So hopefully we can make that work. Those enemies were on fire when the room started and just died instantly. And they are also pretty quick usually, so I'm actually pretty happy about that. This is going to take a minute, but hopefully if I don't mess up too much, it is going to be a lot of healing. So I will just take my time here and run into a hot rock. There was a spider still next to me. I genuinely didn't see it. I kind of figured that the spider was still somewhere in the room, but I didn't think to check next to me. I didn't think it would actually follow me that far. So that was on me, unfortunately. Didn't end up healing that much there, but what are you gonna do? Let's just once again try it over here as well. It does suck that I can't attack, because the moment I attack, it's just going to be Fly City everywhere and just tears all over the place as well. I think I did end up healing a little bit there, so that's good. And there is Greed, who I can try to get killed by the leech, but it just wouldn't be a very fun experience for anyone involved. This could be okay. These enemies do not have that much health. So hopefully we can make something work here, but there is a lot of dodging to do. Yep. Plus these enemies are just sort of jumping out whenever they feel like, which isn't helping out that much either. But there we go. That's another half a red heart right there. This is the dumbest strategy I've played in a while, but it is working. It is healing me back to full red hearts, and if I just have a large quantity of red hearts, we are going to use this leech. To just heal up as much. If the game doesn't want to give us hearts, I'll find my own hearts. I'll make my own. Ah, that's stupid. Alright, that does happen. That'll probably deal with it though. Provided I don't get close to this one, it is going to take small increments of damage from this very powerful creature indeed. Really the only thing I can hope for is to get like the item that duplicates your followers and I can have multiple leeches. I think at that point I would basically have an unkillable build, and I cannot wait for one. It will, it will truly be magnificent. But until then, let's go look for a secret room, because I think I just want to try here one more time, because I feel like nothing really ever bombed it right. But let's just quickly check out what this room looks like again, because I think there was a bunch of lava at the top, right? Yeah. It's not over there. There's a coin over there, and we did need that. Also, just kind of want to look for my super secret room over here, because it's actually pretty likely that it's on one of these sides, yeah. There's 6 red hearts. I spent so much time healing with the leech. There's 6 red hearts right there. Well, at least I can safely do the chase sequence. I can go into my curse room. There's probably a secret room somewhere. I have to kind of assume it's over here. Yeah, fair enough. And there might be just a little bit more money in for me. Yeah, that's a good strat. It is kind of tricky not to hit bombs that I place when you shoot quite this many tiers, and that I have brought that upon myself. I realize that. That is the mark, the better of the marked-based items, so I can appreciate that. That's another part of the Leviathan transformation as well, along with nothing else that I have, so that's pretty good. And at least for this tiny sequence right here, I will shoot my tears regularly and have a moment of bliss, sweet relief from the item that occasionally I'm trying to hype up as maybe it's not bad. And I, for one, can appreciate these brief moments of peace from not truly being able to aim. At least we got conjoined, so all my tears are just kind of going all over the place anyway. But I just have to... No. Please go in that direction. Thank you. But we're doing the chase. I could probably pick up that coin, but quite frankly, that's the one thing I don't really need that much of. I'll take that, I suppose. Just gonna have a nice, chill run to the next couple of rooms. With occasionally a room like this where I run into a spider web and actually get destroyed by it. I could probably create a bridge here. There we go. That pretty much cleared out the whole room, so that's nice. Occasionally the game does like to help, and I appreciate those little moments. I say that as if I haven't gotten the dumbest builds possible in a lot of runs, but you know, occasionally it's just nice to complain a little. Just a small amount. To feel like you're still alive. And that's what we do it for. There is a bomb in my curse room that I haven't picked up. And I genuinely don't know why, but I have been noticing that bombs are just kind of showing up all over the place. After I feel like I've already picked up all the bombs in the room, so maybe I'm just making bombs somehow. I don't know. Either way, let's not jump in the hole. We have our knife and everything. If I can get a couple more red hearts, that'll be lovely. I know there is a health up pill in my pill pool, so it wouldn't be impossible. But also I just keep getting Cursed to the Lost every single floor, and that does dampen my spirits a bit. This is a weird room, isn't it? I mean, you know, at least you kind of push the skeletons out of their spike prisons, and so you end up being kind of good. Kind of useful in the room in terms of trying to stop you, but it's still a little bit odd for sure. This is pretty good. Turns half hearts into full hearts. I can kind of appreciate that with the build that we're going with right now. Also, so far, this floor isn't that great. Kind of struggling to navigate through it. There is some enemies here. One of them was very small. And an unidentified pill, which is sort of incredible with how many we've already picked up, but that does happen. One makes me small. Don't know if there's a tinted rock here because I didn't check. There might be. Second time along, still didn't really check that well, so this is still a reasonable chance. Was hoping for a crawl space underneath that singular rock, but unfortunately not to be. This is a room for sure. It's a weird spike pattern as well, but made it work. It looked like it stopped for a minute the first time around, but yeah, fair enough. Even more pills that we hadn't seen before, so pretty cool. And I'm not really using up my my leech here, which is why I'm taking a little bit more damage than I ordinarily would. There's the siren, which at least usually stands still pretty well. Need to make sure that one of my followers doesn't end up killing me, but that's really the only thing I need to worry about in the grand scheme of things. I do still have this as well, which also does a pretty decent job of just removing the fight. She does scream for quite a while, though. I think if I blow this up now, it's just going to be one of those bone enemies, but I'm going to try it. Or just nothing, I guess. It looked like something died when I blew it up, at least, so I'm going to say that it was worth the effort. Now, we're going to find at least one more shop. Even if we get super great on this floor, then the next floor will still have a shop in it, so I kind of want to find my shop, just in case. Can I do this? Yeah, I can. Look at that. Bunch of cards. Oh, nice. Secret room. Right there. Sun card. That's actually pretty amazing. Better than Magician, because that heals a lot of health, especially with the wafer. It ends up just adding in a whole extra layer of defense right there, so pretty nice. We are nearing our 99 coin mark. If we actually manage to find a battery bomb, then I will probably end up just giving it large quantities of money to get some progress towards getting the battery bum to pay out 5 times. Which, I think the unlock for it isn't too terrible either. I think it's like a trinket that when you pick up coins it charges your item or something like that, which sounds pretty good. It definitely has its uses. Not for every coin you pick up, I don't think, but at least for some of them, and that's still pretty good. But unfortunately, I'm struggling to find even one remotely interesting room. So, give me a minute. There wasn't anything else in here, was there? Did I find my item room already? No. At least I didn't pick up anything. Alright, let's try this one more time. Go south. It's not there. This is a dead end. I'm gonna just check it out one more time. Maybe check for a super secret room. Just for fun. Go up. Go up again. Left side. Left side again. Alright, this is the starting room. I just never actually went in this direction, I don't think. Again, I would appreciate shot speed just a little bit, just because it makes my tears, or at least my mark, go a little bit quicker, I do believe. Not sure if there are buttons behind these pillars in rooms like this, because this room is not that bad. But there might be. In any of these rooms with pillars, it's kind of worth just checking behind them, just in case, you know? Just in case there's something in there. Not sure if I want to waste keys on great chests, but ultimately we are going to run out of uses for keys anyway, so maybe it'll be worthwhile. 2 bombs. Butterbeam's pretty bad. Free lemonade is... yeah, there you go. You know, at least we'll be at 99 coins in the end. At least that's something, I suppose. But overall, I could have just left this floor alone. Speed up? Never mind, it was worthwhile to open up these gray chests. And then I entered this room and I realized my mistake of trying to explore in this place. A room with 2 shields. It's just not very nice, is it? Just not very nice at all. This might have... yeah, that one had a button behind it. Alright, good. Very nice. Very great. Very good. Very, very excellent. That was very much worth the amount of time spent on this floor to try and find anything of worth. I am missing half a heart. I wouldn't be surprised if there is a random heart somewhere. I will actually just blow these up as well for good measure. Are you... alright, yeah. I forgot that, of course, the arcade room machines were housing all of the soul hearts in this run. Of course, I should have known. You are a strange game indeed, Isaac, but I appreciate you nonetheless. Fair enough, I suppose. I was saying for a long period of time that I wanted more health, and it was taking quite a while. I usually get my way a little bit quicker, so I was feeling a little worried that the game didn't love me anymore, but here we are. Proving the exact opposite is true. Have I done Mother with this character? I guess I should have checked. No, I haven't. Okay, I haven't done that much as Samson, I realize now. But I guess at some point before in this run, I may have been wise to check that. I guess, you know. I forgot to hold the button for the marked tears. I had to drag him all the way there, but it worked out. At least if we just keep getting rooms like this, it's not too bad, because they can just use Brimstone once and then wait for a little bit. And then I get my Brimstone back at the end of it, so it's all just a very good experience. This is also a pretty nice room, I'd say. Has everything I need. That is the glowing hourglass, which is not too bad. There is a habit, which is not too bad. I mean, I could take glowing hourglass and effectively be immortal with the habit. But I think I'm fine. This is an active item. Like, this will spawn spiders sometimes, but well, this is an active item. Yeah, well, fair enough. The Conehead is not too bad. It gives me a soul heart. It also is just pretty nice in general. And that's the full explanation I'm going to give about it. It stops damage on occasion. That's pretty nice. I genuinely didn't remember I dropped my sun card. So seeing that, I just thought, oh, another sun card. That's pretty nice. I'll have a map now, but it wasn't to be. Unfortunate indeed. I could probably just brimstone this one if I really wanted to, but especially with that battery right there. Just didn't feel like it. Just didn't feel like it at the time, you know? Now, where could my super secret room be? Because I think it's in a horrible place from the look of the floor layout. But I might be wrong. The secret room could be here. Nope. But I'd like it to be. There's Sci-Fly and a fortune cookie behind a singular lock, so I suppose it was kind of worth to check out the rest of this floor. What a reasonable run we're having. Just give me a soul heart. That's a card. I suppose I did ask for a little much there. You look fat. You should exercise. Thanks, game. Very good. Well, at least we got the most use out of our fortune cookie that we've gotten so far, but the fact that we got Sci-Fly is pretty great. There was another button behind that pillar over there. We don't have flight currently. We don't think we can do much in that room unless there's like a rock we can hit somehow. Yeah, I don't see a way. If I had like a poop that I could place there, then that would do it, but unfortunately not the case. This is, you know, thinking about it, this run has so much defense. Having both Sci-Fly and Wafer effectively just makes you immortal, so pretty good. And a Sun card as well. I mean, and the Goat Head, which is alright. I suppose that's gonna give us a Devil Deal, which is okay. Not sure if there's a button behind this thing to create a bridge in the middle, but I'm gonna check for it. Yeah, fair enough. You never know with these puzzles. There's always, well, frequently there's a way to get to those places, and I can kind of appreciate that. This gives you a little bit more reason to explore in the rooms as well, which is kind of nice. I like that. Let's not even bother with that machine. If I could find a super secret room, then at least there's a chance that we might be able to do something with another battery bomb if there is one inside it. That'd be kind of nice. Don't know if there's anything in here, possibly. No. It's a well-hidden secret room slash super secret room, but is it really though? I'm sure we'll find our secret room any day now. Behind this man. Not behind him. Alright. Over here? Maybe? I don't... You know what? I'm done with this place. It's Isaac time. Just gotta make sure not to get hit by the brimstone eyes as per usual, but that's really all about there is to it. The Marketeers are obviously doing a pretty decent job of destroying everything here as well, so definitely feeling pretty good about having those. False PhD and the Book of Sin. I don't think I've picked up a book yet, and False PhD. My Pilpul's fine. So let's just mark this thing into the door. I guess I didn't actually know it would move those. Genuinely didn't know that it moved the things there. The familiars. Also, Sci-Fly is more or less soloing this fight, but I can still appreciate that. I was pretty happy about it. Let us leave. Not even a devil deal here, even if you have... No, there is. It's an empty devil deal. But it's a devil deal. I must not speak lies, obviously. We must stay truthful to ourselves, otherwise what is the point of it all? That's not a terrible one, but I don't think it's really going to be worthwhile. And provided I can just sort of keep the Marketeers close to me, then I think we're probably going to be okay. We have just an absurd amount of defense, even if we reach Mother with low health somehow. I feel like we're probably still going to be okay. Simply because we have so much defense, unless we end up finding the missing poster in a sacrifice room or something like that, but what are the odds of that, right? Surely that wouldn't happen. And even if it did, surely this build will be good enough. Maybe? I mean, I might as well give this one some coins at least, because quite frankly, I do have the coins for it. And if I can get another health up, or maybe a compass, one of those two would be especially nice. Alternatively, just an item, really. I would appreciate it. I'm basically the same size as these babies, I just realized, because I'm so tiny. And it is a red heart container, so not too shabby indeed. I will just take a couple hits from this thing as well. And you know what that means? It's leech time! It's not leech time, I cannot be bothered with that, but maybe a few more hearts. Like 3? I didn't actually take damage that time. That's weird. Full health? Well, good to know that one's in our Pilpul, I suppose. Would have been nice to know it a little bit of a different time, but fair enough. Alright, Hierophant. Oh, that's not too terrible. I will just call it a day there in terms of giving that bum health, because he's clearly just... he's hungry for it, and I don't appreciate it very much, but no, he ended up giving me some good stuff there. So I shouldn't be too ungrateful. We did end up getting a little bit of extra damage on this floor as well, so you know what, fair enough. This isn't great though. Let's just leave that room real quick. It was getting kind of a mess. One makes you small. Surely I'm small enough now to just run into this curse room without taking damage. I say confidently. Hierophant, again, Emperor, that's pretty good. I'll take that actually. To see Rotgut right here. Just destroy the first phase first, where the Sci-Fly suddenly just did the thing. Go into its mouth. And just stand next to him for a bit. Yeah, we're dealing some damage. Yeah, Marketeers are pretty good when your damage is incredible and you have Sci-Fly for the remaining dangers of the room. And that's all you need. That's pretty damn good as well. Old bandage. We can also take Gimpy right there for the sake of dropping soul hearts when we take damage. I might go back to that demon judgy actually with all this stuff. If the leech could just, like, you know, over here. It's kind of tricky to start not killing things once my tears go. But also, I don't really want to... I guess with these enemies, it's not too bad to have the leech either, because the things they throw are technically enemies. And they die pretty damn quickly. But yeah, I'm just going to let the leech do its work for a bit. I'm just going to run in circles here for a while. These enemies don't have that much health. They're very quick, I'm realizing now, though. Didn't know they were this quick. In terms of leech speed, I suppose, is an important factor in this equation. Whoops. But I am getting some of my health back. I just need to run in very small circles in a very dark room, which isn't ideal. And that one dropped a red heart, which is also pretty good. But this makes it a little bit more viable to just give a demon all of my health. So pretty happy about that. That should heal me up to full, I think. Any second now. There we go. Now we can start shooting. I think a lot of red hearts to drop on this room right here. I don't know fully why. Because I thought the old bandage just gives you red hearts when you take damage on occasion, but it is also making those enemies drop health. I guess there is a chance that usually it drops half a hearts, but because I have the Mom's Locket trinket, it's giving me full hearts instead. Which ends up making this trinket kind of incredible for these kinds of situations, I suppose. Because it does make life a lot safer. There is another sacrifice room over there as well, so you know what that means. With this much health on the floor. Oh yeah, Gimpy paying out. And old bandage. And something that's dropping money. I'm not even sure what's happening there, but I'll take it, I suppose. Uh-huh. Random chests. Random... yeah, I should wait with that, I guess, but... there's already so many sword. There's here... oh, chaos card. Good. Yeah, that's better than a sun card. There's a Uriel. I mean, again, provided I actually hit. That is an important part of that statement. Provided I actually hit my attack, it is better than a sun card. So I guess with this, assuming that I'm going to indeed hit my attack once, I might just go to Mother. I might actually just run on to the end of this run. Because I'm feeling strangely confident. I do need to use it on the... I should probably use it on the first phase, right? Because that's really the only difficult one. The second phase isn't too bad. It takes a while, but... the first phase is a bit iffy. Simultaneously, with my build, I am pretty good at hitting one spot. So... maybe I should actually just use it for the second phase instead. I am also a little concerned about how marked tiers are going to interact with this whole thing right here, but I mean, we're just gonna live and learn, I suppose. Maybe if I just shoot my middle tiers at her while moving towards her and then do the attack, maybe it'll work out. We'll find a way, I'm sure. There is at least one more soul heart on this floor, which I can appreciate. But I would be a little sad if this is a second attempt of chaos card misses. I will say, though, that if we can find a missing poster in a sacrifice room on this floor, then I am ready to go fight Mother, I suppose. I guess I should have looked a little bit harder on the previous floor as well. I say that. There's no way that I was gonna die to a sacrifice room before I teleport to the lamb. Unless I just run into a spike or something. I guess I could have just run into a spike somewhere. Or used a large quantity of bombs. I don't think I even had the bombs for that, but... with half a heart of damage per hit, it is just gonna be a little troublesome. Mostly touching that for the Bob transformation, of course. Very much worthwhile. Let's just get the rest of the Bob transformation in this super secret room. There we go. Blackheart. That's not part of the Bob transformation. That's just a heart. Still a little tempted to at least explore the rest of this floor just for the sake of maybe finding something to spend a large quantity of money on, but simultaneously, wouldn't mind if this run ended. But yeah, for the sake of trying at least to find battery bombs, because I do think they show up on occasion on corpse floors. There's like a room with a bomb beggar to the far left side of the room, and then like a battery bomb in that room as well. If I can find that one, that would be pretty nice. Doesn't sound impossible. Sounds like a real room. I would appreciate it a lot. Maybe there's some secret room that has those just 50 beggars or something in it. That would be pretty nice. Just little things. That's all I'm asking for. Just 50 battery bombs that all give me an item. That's the only thing I need. I'm not asking for that much. Just 50 items from various beggars. It seems perfectly reasonable. There is a dice room there. I could maybe make my my build terrible if it is a 1. I don't think I'm going to bother today. Even though I have marked tiers, I think I may not re-roll because I've just gotten so pleased about having marked tiers. And also, simultaneously though, it is fun. Yeah, I'm just gonna just drop those there. What a horrible night to have a curse. Most of my health disappeared. I no longer have marked tiers. But yeah, I lost genuinely all of my red hearts, which is kind of incredible. I also lost the chaos card. Well, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Pretty good choices all around. Not too dissatisfied, and we have the Bible, so that's not bad. What a terrible decision. Oh boy, my hubris once again knows no bounds. I kind of thought that if I left the chaos card in that one room, that it wouldn't turn into something horrendous, but it did. It did turn into something horrendous, which surprises me. Because... oh, is it because I have like the little baggie or something? Yeah, I do. Okay, that makes sense then. That's specifically really the one thing that I couldn't use right now, I suppose. So yeah, that adds up. At least there's an extra tier right there. Our damage is fine. Our tiers are a little odd. Not really sure what's happening over there, but I might just spend 97 coins in a fortune teller machine there. I might actually also take this. I'm not sure what the Bible does against Mother, but I have to assume it's something terrible. Alright, so one item took all my health, because I don't have Abaddon. I would have accepted Abaddon to do that. But all the other items, I guess it just re-rolled all my health ups. And that's why they're all gone? I mean, I'm getting just every single soul heart in the world from this machine. So I can appreciate that, I suppose, but it's still just a little annoying. Also, I just destroyed a rock with one of my tiers, which is surprising. But I guess I have something or another, probably. I have the Horror of Babylon, so that's alright. Like, the build's not bad, it just definitely became significantly worse. Okay, let's see what we can do here. We have 10 lives, so that's good. We'll just use that immediately. The tiers are still getting thrown away pretty good by that big old circle there, so I kind of appreciate that. It does make the run a little bit easier. Also have a little brimstone, which I need to remember. It also actually reflects these tiers, which I didn't expect. That's not bad. So I have to work for it a little bit harder. It's a shame that once again I figured out a way to ruin my chaos card, but I genuinely didn't expect to get little baggy of all things. Just I wasn't ready for that one. Oh boy. Also, yeah, my hitbox is basically gone because of the intruder, which is not wonderful. Especially during a phase like this, but hopefully we can make it work. Can't see that. Yeah, couldn't actually see the lines at the end there, but fair enough. It's working out. We're doing okay. Just keep this up. Top left. As you can see from the big splat, lands in the middle. A perfect 10. I didn't really see that one, but it worked out. Yeah, it's alright. This boss is fine once you're kind of used to it and have at least somewhat of an okay build. Curse of the Tower helping out right there. I will say that I mostly struggle with this boss in like net play co-op because the delay with that attack where you have to stand between the lines is so tricky to work with. But if you're just playing it like this, it's not too terrible. Provided you do some amount of damage, which is more or less how I would describe this build. We are dealing an amount of damage. And we could probably do a little bit more because we do have that giant fan, so if we stood closer to Mother, we'd deal more damage, but it is just very sketchy for sure. Anyway, let's go in here. Call it a day. Pretty okay run. Pretty standard. Bloody Gust, which is pretty okay. So, pretty happy about that. We have defeated Mother one more time as another character that isn't Isaac, I think. Right? Is it Isaac? Yeah, Isaac. So, we got a little bit of Samson progress. And we found a way to make a good build with Mark Tiers. Horrible. So, all in all, we've learned a lot today. So, I hope you've enjoyed it so far. And the next time we play, I'll do another run as another character and we'll have another goal probably. And I hope to see y'all there. Bye-bye.